So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet this week because I am sick and I want nothing more than to go back to my bed right now. So here's my Emo Prom recap. So this past weekend at internship, the venue held this event that's pretty iconic for it that they have every single year called Emo Prom, but I had never been, so I was kind of interested to see what it was all about and what all the hype was about. So this Emo Prom was not like any crazy dance. You think of prom, you think of big ballroom, everybody dressed up, everything like that. But how I would describe it is more of like a concert with adjacent event with it, because there were just so many different things going on. But for me, the bulk of the people I saw were kind of in the concert room most of the time. So everything started from right outside the venue. Well, technically everything started from when I was at home taking way too long to get ready, even though I wore the same thing I wore literally every other time I go out. But besides the point, everything started right outside the venue where there was food trucks, like vendors, they had like free cotton candy they were giving out and everything. So the actual event itself was sold out, by the way, but everything was outside with the food and all of that. So I walk up and there's immediately like a ton of people before I even get anywhere close to in the building. When I first got there, it had already been like an hour or two into the event already. So when I walked in, one of the opening bands was on the stage, and that was Buko Boys. And actually, they were really good, and I really enjoyed their sets. They also got a little extra props from me because they had their like logo in our back little LED screen, and they had cartoons running in the back of it, and one of them was Adventure Time. So I'd walked in and immediately saw Adventure Time huge on the thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love these people already. So after they had gotten off stage, the host kind of like talked a little bit and they played music in the background, and then the actual main band that was there performing came on, which was Take This to Your Grave, and they're like super big cover band for like emo songs because it was Emo Prom. So they were covering things like My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, that kind of stuff. So they had played for a while. They were just kind of going through the set. Everybody was super fun and hyped in there. And in the other venue that's connected through the upstairs, there was actually a drag show going on at the same time. So I love when I could just walk around and see a million different things going on at once, because they're kind of like jarringly opposites of each other. But it was really, really fun to go back and forth between those two. So I thought that really kept the party alive for the people who were like, oh, I don't want to see this right now, I want to go see this. So it was really two different crowds in the same room. So halfway through the Take This to Your Grave set, they stopped and they did Prom King and Queen, which is a really big draw for the event apparently, because there's like a cash prize, but it's like the first 20 people to come sign up, 10 girls, 10 boys. They bring them on stage, they do who's best dressed, who should be Prom King and Queen based on like applause from the audience. So they did that whole thing, and then it kind of wrapped up. They played one more song over the speaker, and then they did like this big confetti balloon drop, which actually looked really cool. But in the entire time in my head, all I could think of was like, oh my gosh, who has to go through and clean all of this up? Because it was a lot. Yeah. The rest of the night went pretty much to plan. Take This to Your Grave finished up their second half of their set, and then after that people started kind of filing out or going to see what other stuff was going on, going to get food and things like that. But by that time it was already like 12:30 at night, so I was like, I gotta get out of here because I had to work the next morning at 9 a.m. So I didn't get home until like 1:30. So there were other things going on at the same time that all of this was kind of wrapping up that had been kind of going throughout the entire night. Like they had old arcade cabinets that everybody was playing, and that was super cool. They had like tarot card readings, palm readings, which I thought like fit the vibes so perfectly for this event. And then they also had a photo booth where you could take like a cheesy prom photo. They did Polaroids and stuff like that. And that line was literally long the entire night, which was crazy to me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little look into what I've been up to. Give this video a like and comment down below what your favorite like mid-2000s emo song is or was. Make sure you subscribe and you hit that little bell icon so you're notified every time I update, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.